top 16 player in the world, a major champion, the Asp, Nathan Aspinall, has catapulted himself into the big leagues over the last few months. Not only the UK Open win, but that incredible run to the semi-finals of the World Championship. He is showing everyone what he is capable of. Can he do it on the European Tour this year? The Asp playing here in Hildesheim in the final game of the night. We'll see him in Saarbrücken in about a month's time as well. It's the first time we've got to see him on the Euro Tour this year. And he takes on one of the Germans, Mike Holz, a man we have seen in Euro Tour action before now, the man from Hamburg. The Asp now has a big target on his back. It is something he's going to have to learn to live with as a major champion and one of the guys to watch in world darts right now. Can he handle that pressure? Rob Malarkey joins me, Dan Dawson, in the comms box for the final game of the night. It's Aspinall and Holz.
First leg, Mike, to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, last game, late night billing for Nathan Aspinall. One of the things that just goes with being a major winner. And you're right, Dan, it has been some time since we've seen Aspinall on the European Tour. It's his first appearance this year, of course, but he hasn't played on the Euro Tour since April of last year, when he was beaten in round one of the German Open in Saarbrücken by none other than Paul Nicholson. So there we go. The last man to beat the now UK Open champion was the man who was sat alongside us just minutes ago, but has now flown off into the night. But yeah, Aspinall, as you say as well, a player now with a big target on his back. And this would be a massive scalp for Mike Holz. It would be an enormous upset if he was to suddenly conjure up something to, well, even threaten Nathan Aspinall in this one.
Well, he's started very strongly. 17's the target. No need to go 17 and bull, but he can go treble 17, double 8.
111.
Did play in this tournament 3 years ago. Mike Holz was beaten by Eddie Dootson. That was the year where he did actually win a game on the European Tour.
Just
didn't look pretty, but it counted.
Yeah, just 2 appearances on the Euro Tour last year for Aspinall. The other was at the German Darts Grand Prix, the second tournament of 2018. He lost to Steve Lennon in the first round of that one.
100.
So it's safe to say the Euro Tour of late has been a far from happy hunting ground for him, but my word, he has made up for it elsewhere.
140.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with Nathan, because last year was obviously the first year of having his tour card back, and we didn't see him that much on the European Tour. But the year before, when he didn't actually have a tour card, it's one of the stages where he was kind of showcasing a lot of his talent. He was qualifying for them, stepping up for the Challenge Tour and playing some really good stuff and hitting a lot of 180s. So he's been having spells on the various different circuits. Maybe this year could be a year where he has a spell on the Euro Tour again.
Well, he must come into this Euro Tour this year thinking this is a really good opportunity. He must be on, you know, he must be floating on air right now, Nathan Aspinall.
Yeah.
By the same token, he seems a very level-headed guy as well.
Yeah, and he
won't be getting carried away. But
bullseye. Yes, Nathan. Bullseye check out. The UK Open champion has arrived in this one. 1-1. Yeah, he was absolutely devastated, Nathan, because he was picked as one of the contenders for the Premier League following his run at the World Championship. And prior to him actually playing his game in Nottingham, he won the UK Open. So he's going in there, as you say, just brimming with confidence. And it did not happen for him at all. The thing with Nathan is he seems to excel in longer format games. It takes him a little while to get going, which is why at the World Championship he was able to put in the best displays we've seen from him over long formats, because he got into that rhythm. the UK Open. Slightly longer format. He played some really good stuff. Had a fantastic semi-final victory before a slightly muted appearance in the final, but he won it with a 170, so hey, that's all people will talk about. But these sort of first to 6 games, sometimes you can see him start slowly and he doesn't have time to turn it around. That's a problem.
59.
Although he fared well in the first to 6 format in that first PDC title that he picked up at the end of September of last year, when he won a Pro Tour event in Barnsley in September of last year.
Yeah, phenomenal situation where Nathan Aspinall beat Ryan Searle in the final when those two had played each other in the first round the day before. As he looks at the ball here. Yeah, doesn't like it, but it can still be done. Another ball check out. Oh, behave!
Brilliant.
He was pinning bullseyes all the way through the UK Open. This is becoming a bit of a thing for Nathan Aspinall.
Well, that's a nice habit to be involved in, isn't it? That's a wonderful response as well after Holz took the opener. Just a little sign of his class and his confidence, as we were talking about as well. Another bullseye check out, 1-2-3 in leg 2, 82 in leg 3. Let's see if he can make it a hat-trick.
See if he can take out 6. Mike Holz did try qualifying for 6 separate Euro Tours last year. Didn't make it through to any of them. 2017 saw him play in 1 in the European match play in his home city of Hamburg.
Lost a hendo there.
But you've got to go back to 2016 when he made 2, the International Darts Open in Riesa, where we did win a game, beat Michael Barnard, and indeed this tournament, which is where he went out to Eddie Dootson.
58.
Yeah, that win in Riesa in 2016, his only win on the European Tour. Now, what we got here?
I think we had some cackling, some rather loud cackling, which Nathan he's looking over his shoulder as he's throwing his 3rd dart. Referee Hugh Ware's just told everybody, calm yourselves. Well, Aspinall shouldn't need the bullseye for this one. 1 treble required. Treble 18. Leaves double top. Oh, this is really, really impressive. The finishing from Nathan Aspinall. 3 legs on the spin, 1-2-3 on the bull, 82 on the bull, 1-1-4 on double top. And this, it reminds me very much of a tie that he played just before his UK Open win on one of the live streaming boards on the Pro Tour, where he beat Michael van Gerwen and beat him heavily, taking out finishers like that repeatedly. He had to score a little bit better than he's been doing so far in this game just to live with MVG, but when he was getting a sniff, it was going, and van Gerwen could do nothing about it. 6-1 that finished that day. We could see 6-1 here if he continues this clinical checkout rate.
Well, he may well get himself into position again here on the Holz throw. He's already got a cushion underneath him.
96.
And he can take charge of this leg with this visit, with another one of those. And he gets another treble 20, and he's down to a finish first, and he's in command of this one as well. And it could be a 3rd ton plus checkout of the match for Nathan Aspinall, who is impressing once again. That leaves 96, and that leaves double 18, and that makes it 4-1, and that is a 3rd ton plus checkout, and there is no stopping the juggernaut that is Nathan Aspinall, the UK Open champion, is showing signs of phenomenal form, and he's laying down a big marker for the rest of the weekend. This is very, very impressive indeed.
Wow, these checkouts are something else. 100% for Nathan Aspinall. And look, I scribble notes as these games go along. I'm not sure he's walked to the board with any kind of possible checkout, but he hasn't taken out that visit. I'd have to go back through the detailed list, but it's certainly, if he has come to the board and there's been a checkout that he hasn't taken out and he's just set it up and left something, that's only happened once or twice. He's just trying to maintain his focus here, because it has emptied out a little bit in the last game of the night, so any noise from individuals does carry a bit further, but Nathan's going about his business in a very professional manner, and he couldn't add a 1-3-4 to his list, could he?
Well, of course he could. There is no reason why he can't. Let's not be disappointed if he doesn't, but I would not rule it out, you know. I just would not rule this out in the slightest, and it was almost perfection maintained by Nathan Aspinall.
Oh, behave. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, that would have been some riposte from Mike Holz, who's averaging 94 himself, but only been allowed 3 darts at double. And Nathan comes back and pins double 16, and this is world-class finishing from the world number 16. And now he just allows himself a little smirk and a point to somebody in the crowd, because he feels he has this game exactly where he wants it. 103 average almost right now for Nathan Aspinall. And the scoring hasn't even been particularly impressive. For a guy who does hit a lot of 180s, he's not hit one. He's had 5 scores of 140 or more. Oh, there we go, with the 130 plus, it's 8. But the first 9 is only 106, and the overall average is 103. That is because he's finishing. The back end of legs has been spectacular.
140.
It appears we have saved the best till last here on the opening day of the German Darts Championship.
Still time for a wobble yet, Dan, though. But back on track with a treble 20 and another one to back it up.
Well, this is a bit special.
It is. 1-3-4 checkout was missed with that double 16, but he's got a crack at 1-3-6. This is very, very gettable indeed. Not anymore, it's not. And that leaves 97. Sorry. Yeah, 97 away.
Beautiful last start.
Perfectly.
Mike Holz, this has got to go. And he's got to be 25 and bull. We've seen this a couple of times tonight. Stefan Siepman took it out. It was narrowly missed as well tonight. But that's not there. And Aspinall looking to make it 3 legs in 38 darts. And that's exactly what he's done. That is about as good a display of finishing as you will see. Nathan Aspinall, just as he did to Michael van Gerwen as a prelude to his UK Open win, wins 6-1 with a devastating display of finishing. 104 average for the UK Open champion, who storms through to the second round. And that is a mouth-watering tie with Joe Cullen that he has set up in round 2. We've got a whole load of big games coming up for you tomorrow. 8 in the afternoon, 8 in the evening session again. Ian White and Jamie Hughes, one of those that stands out. Dave Chisnell, Mervyn King, Mensur Suljovic and Ricky Evans. But Nathan Aspinall against Joe Cullen looks like it could be a belter, because the Asp is here to play some serious darts. We'll leave you with him and we'll see you tomorrow.
That is a question of the momentum, you know, and it looks like the momentum is on your side, right?
Yeah, I'm playing well at the moment. You know, I've had a few good results recently for myself, you know, and you know, my scoring wasn't there tonight, but my finishing was phenomenal. Yeah. You know, I think I only missed 1 double, so you know, we can all score, but doubles win games, and you know, I finished really well tonight.
Is it a big difference when you turn to European Tour events now in 2019 and compared to last year? I'm sure you're just here for winning the whole thing, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the confidence I've got from the last few months, you know, I go into events now, you know, I'd go into them thinking the last 16 would be a good run. Now, you know, I want to win these tournaments. You know, I've won one before, a Pro Tour, and, you know, I'm playing really well, so I can't see why I can't go and win this weekend.